Well, I've got to say, it's a lovely day here in Chikhali. The weather has finally turned a little bit cooler, and that has inspired me to come outdoors and cook for you a really traditional wedding style recipe of the people of Chikhali. Now, Chikhali is known for its mutton dishes, and today we're going to be doing a recipe that is a real favorite of the people. So today we are going to be doing a Chikhali style dal gosht. But before I do that, it's time for us to grind our garam masala. Now, as you can see, our spices are dry roasting away. What that's going to do, as you all know, is it's going to release their aroma. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, I've got in over here a couple of inches of cinnamon or dalchini, badi ilaichi, 4-5 choti ilaichi, little bit of cumin, some coriander, some javitri or mace, and a bay leaf. I also have some cloves and pepper for added heat. और ये अब कूटने के लिए तैयार है. So I'm just going to turn this off. Beautiful. That smells amazing. The rest of this recipe is fairly simple. What I'm going to do is quickly chop up some onions. Okay, तो हमारा प्याज कट चुका. Time for us to get cooking. A couple of tablespoons of refined oil and let that heat up nicely. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by chucking in a handful of these boar chilies, yeah? Just a few. Okay, let's fry these up now in the oil. In goes the onion. Give it a nice stir. थोड़ा सा side करेंगे इसको. Move the onions and then our ginger garlic paste. 1 ginger garlic paste. Fry it up nicely in the oil. अच्छी तरह से इसे fry करिए. Okay. So our onions, our ginger garlic paste have turned a nice, rich, deep, golden brown color. I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Yeah, like that. Wonderful. And then, time for us to add our masalas. So into the pan goes teaspoon of turmeric, generous teaspoon of red chili powder, and of course, some salt. Fry that up nicely. Ah, look at that. Lovely, rich red color. You see? Deglaze. Okay. Little more, little more. Time for us to add the mutton. Time to add a little more salt. Now is a good time to add salt and season your meat. And then I'm just going to now combine it all. And while that meat is frying away and absorbing all of the wonderful flavors in the masala, we are going to quickly chop up our tomatoes. Okay, so I'm adding the tomatoes here in the corner separately, and then thoda sa chini, okay, to balance the acidity of the tomatoes. And now just mix it all up. Yes. Okay, so our tomatoes have cooked out nicely. They are now nice and disintegrated. It's time for us to add that fragrant garam masala. I'm just going to add a tablespoon of that garam masala. So in goes the dal. Stir it in. All we need to do now is add the water. So in goes the water now. And remember, we need to add a fair amount of water because as the dal cooks out, it's going to begin to glutenise. All of the starch in the dal is going to begin to glutenise, and it is going to then take over all of those water molecules that you have in the water, and it's going to become nice and thick. And now I'm just going to cover the pan and let that simmer away for literally an hour and a half to maybe even 2 hours. So our dal gosht has been simmering away for the last hour and a half. It's time for us to check and see whether it's ready or not. So have a look at this. It's looking really, really good. As you can see, all of the dal has now begun to thicken, or it has thickened the gravy. Okay, so now for the garnish, I'm just going to chop some coriander. Bung it all in. Lovely. And just stir. Perfect. Now for the final tasting, I'm just going to taste it. That is spot on, absolutely spot on.